targets young people is often the very worst at deliberately glamorizing sin.
All right.
By the time most teenagers graduate from high school, they've been overexposed to the grossest kinds of evil through entertainment,
Amen.
media, and mind-numbing ways, so that nothing seems particularly appalling anymore. Now that we know what's going on in the world and understand where the battles are, let's see what God has to say about youth in the Bible. First, let's look in the book. 1 Samuel chapters 16 and 17.
All right.
David was a young boy, and he was tending his father's sheep. A lion came to eat his father's sheep. David killed the lion, and when his brothers saw, and they said, "David, the lion, you killed it." And David said, "I also had to kill a bear a few days ago. Nothing's going to hurt my father's sheep because I can help it."
All right.
We know that God is the shepherd, and we are the sheep. He won't let anything happen to us.
Yeah. All right.
Chapter 17. We know the story of David and Goliath, where David defeated the giant with a slingshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 Kings, chapter 11, verse 12. Jehoash was 7 years old when he began to reign.
Go ahead.
Jehoiada brought out the king's son and put the crown on him. He presented him with a copy of the covenant and proclaimed him king. They anointed him, and the people clapped their hands and shouted, "Long live the king!"
All right.
2 Chronicles, chapter 34, verses 1 and 2. Josiah was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. And he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. He walked in the ways of David his father, and he did not turn aside to the right hand or to the left.
All right.
Josiah loved God and carefully followed God's laws. While he was king, he ordered his people to destroy all the altars of the false gods. And he made the temple of God strong and beautiful again. Now we can see how God used very young people in the Bible. Let's see what God has to say to our youth. I'll be using some of my favorite scriptures. Joshua, chapter 1, verses 7 to 9. Be strong and courageous. Be careful and obey all the law my servant Moses gave you.
Right.
Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful and to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous.
Yeah.
Don't be terrified. Do not be discouraged.
All right. Okay.
For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
All right.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 22 to 25. Have no part at all in the wrong things that young men like to do. Believe, have love, follow what is right, live at peace. Do these things along with others who have a clean heart and talk to God. Keep out of foolish quarrels. You know that these are fights. The Lord's servant must not fight, but he must be kind to all people.
Yeah.
He must be a good teacher to them. He must be patient with them.
All right.
When he corrects those who are against him, he must do it in a gentle way. It may be that God will return their hearts to know what is true.
All right.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation.
Yeah. All right.
The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
All right.
Right. Lastly, 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. Rebellion is as bad as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as bad as worshiping idols.
All right.
God has many examples of his thoughts about us young people, written all throughout the Bible.
Yeah. All right.
Now it's time for us to step up to the plate. We no longer can use the excuse of our age. As we saw, God used 7 and 8-year-olds as kings.
All right.
He wants to use each and every one of you to build this kingdom.
All right.
Many people have died without giving their life to God. Some because they didn't even know God. And others because they didn't want to know God.
All right.
Look at all your friends. How many of them will follow Satan? Because you didn't tell them for you. If you sing, sing for the kingdom.
Yes.
If you dance, dance for the kingdom.
Yes.
Whatever it is,
Whatever.
you have a part to do. Do it. Don't just sit on the gift that God gave you. Use it. You have a living gift inside of you.
All right.
Don't just sit on it. Use it.
All right.
The time is now for us to take our stand in the kingdom. God wants to use you,
Yes.
and you,
Yes.
and you.
Yes.
But the question is, will you let him? Thank
All
you.
right.